Straight to our top story. The Jawaharlal Nehru University has come under fire over its reply to an RTI query over the January 5th campus violence after alleging that the server room was vandalized and CCTV cameras damaged before the violence. The RTI reply denies any such incident. The university administration, although, has now said it stands by its claims, but questions are being raised whether it deliberately misled the cops.
India today has accessed Jawaharlal Nehru University's reply to an RTI which contradicts its own claims while lodging an FIR over the January 5 violence. RTI reply received by activist Saurav Das points to serious contradictions in the JNU's version. The RTI reply contradicts FIR lodged by the JNU administration, which claimed that masked mob stormed into the server room, leaving CCTV cameras, biometric attendance and internet services dysfunctional. However, the RTI reply stated that the server room was shut down due to power disruption, while the biometric attendance system was intact. The RTI reply also states that no CCTV cameras were vandalized on January 3rd, and not continuous but entire CCTV footage was available from January 3rd to 11th. Remember, JNU Vice-Chancellor M. Jagadesh Kumar claimed that the masked students had damaged the server room.
What happened on 5th also has its origins on what happened the past few days. We have our CIS Communication and Information Systems Office here. So one day before, few students, about 10 or 12 students with their faces completely covered with clothes, they came and they abused and forced the technical staff to come out of the CIS premises, and they took control of our data center and shut down the whole thing. So I am wondering if the students who are protesting, if they are working for a right cause, why should they cover their faces?
The JNU administration issued a statement backing its claims on damage to the server room, saying that the damage was done on January 4th and not on January 3rd as asked in the RTI.
On 3rd January, whatever happened and whatever we gave as information either to an RTI query or to the police, it's all factual.
However, the contradictory statements have raised serious questions on JNU.
If they could fix the servers after January 3, after the first vandalization took place, why couldn't they fix the servers after January 4th? January 5th, the violence took place. Now they say they don't have the CCTV camera footage because the servers were down.
Did the JNU administration mislead Delhi cops on the January 5th campus violence and the events preceding it? Bureau Report, India Today.
I just very quickly now want to tell you what in fact this RTI says. What has been claimed in the FIR by the JNU administration and what is the administration saying about the RTI, or in fact in the reply to the RTI. Number one, the JNU administration in the FIR had claimed that the server room was damaged days before the violence broke out. However, they have contradicted themselves in the RTI reply, where they have refuted these claims. Now, they in fact have said that after January 3rd, all these, the server room, the CCTVs were intact. Now, the JNU administration had claimed that the masked goons had also vandalized biometric attendance system. But in the RTI reply, once again, the administration contradicts itself and they say that the system is still intact. Thirdly, the JNU administration had claimed that the CCTV footage was not available to identify the accused, the masked goons, those who had come onto the campus. But in the RTI reply, the same administration states not continuous but entire CCTV footage was available from January 3rd to January 11th. Now, this in fact raises some serious questions about the intention of the JNU administration. Let me go across to my colleague Munish Pandey, who is joining me from the Jawaharlal Nehru University this evening. Munish, these are startling facts, and the confusion is that both these replies have not come from a third party, but from the JNU administration itself. They say something else in front of the police, And in the RTI, they say something completely different.
Yeah, well, Ankit, of course it is very serious in nature because remember there is a police FIR in this case, and apart from the contradictions you mentioned, there is another major contradiction is the date of first incident, date of first vandalism. Now, according to Delhi Police FIR, the first incident of vandalism took place on January 1st, whereas the RTI says that the first incident of vandalism took place on January 3. Now, remember in the FIR which has been filed by the Delhi police, Aishi Ghosh is one of the main accused. Apart from her, there are 19 other students who have been named as an accused. And if police is going to investigate a matter which has not happened on that day but after 2 days, then it is going to have several legal implications as far as the investigation is concerned. Apart from that, the RTI clearly says that there was no destruction to the biometric system, but in the FIR it is clearly mentioned that the biometric system was damaged by the students, and remember this is going to be very serious when the matter goes before the court. Now, as far as the JNU administration is concerned, the Vice Chancellor is completely denying, and he is in fact blaming the media of twisting the facts and misreporting. But we have the copy of FIRs, we have the copy of RTI reply, and there are at least 4 to 5 contradictions which we have spotted, and these are on papers. It is not against someone else.
How has the JNSU, the Students' Union, how have they reacted to this, in fact, RTI reply?
Yeah, well, I spoke to a few of the students, who are connected to JNSU, and they are saying that the administration has been lying from day one. They have been, in fact, blaming the pin on the students who are affiliated to left wing, and this is in fact, they are saying that it is good that this RTI reply has come, and now their, lies are being exposed in public. Back to you.
Munish, thank you for joining us this evening from the Jawaharlal Nehru University. Now, significantly, whether it was a deliberate misdirection being given by the Jawaharlal Nehru administration, or was it not intentional? Did they not know of all the facts? Why these questions on the integrity of the administration are being raised is because we have seen before as well, just a few weeks back, after the mass mob that ran amok at the JNU, several videos were circulated online with false information. We had fact-checked one of the such video, and this is what we found. And remember, why is this video significant? Was because this video was in fact not only retweeted by Prasar Bharati, but it was the JNU administration, the Vice Chancellor, who had retweeted these videos, almost claiming or blaming somebody for indulging in violence and absolutely neglecting the people, those who are actually indulged in this violence. Take a look.
This video of a scuffle at the Jawaharlal Nehru University is in circulation on social media platforms. It shows a man in a red jacket beating up a man wearing a green shirt on campus. The video was tweeted widely, including by the public broadcaster Prasar Bharati, suggesting that violence was perpetrated by left students to scuttle the registration process. In fact, the JNU Vice Chancellor and BJP's IT cell chief Amit Malviya also retweeted the video. India Today investigated the video to find out the truth. We found that the video is the 4th of January and its location was the lawns between the School of International Studies and School of Languages on the JNU campus. We even tracked the man who was at the receiving end. His name is Vivek Pandey, a first-year MA student and a member of Left Wing All India Students Association.
जो पर्टिकुलर वीडियो जो वायरल हुई है उसमें मैं SLSIS लॉन में 2 बजे के करीब हम लोग दोबारा जब लंच खत्म हुआ दोबारा अपना स्टूडेंट से बात करने की प्रक्रिया शुरू की. जब उनको एग्जैक्ट फिगर पता चला कि रजिस्ट्रेशन नियर अबाउट 450-470 हुए तो आउट ऑफ फ्रस्ट्रेशन जब उनको पता चला कि JNU-SU के कॉल के साथ स्टूडेंट खड़ा है, आउट ऑफ फ्रस्ट्रेशन जो रेड कलर के स्वेटर में पहने वो ABVP के एक्टिविस्ट है, सर्वेंद्र कुमार नाम है उनका, वेस्ट एशिया के स्टूडेंट है वो SIS के, उन्होंने मेरे ऊपर हमला किया.
He claimed that the person in red jacket hitting him was an AVBP member, Shavendra. who is close to the Dean Ashwini Mahapatra. Sharvendra's two classmates who prefer to remain anonymous confirmed his identity to India Today. In this picture, ABVP Sharvendra is seen posing with VC, M. Jagadish and the Dean. The picture was tweeted from an account that has now been deactivated.
Whatever my student was doing in rakes into, it was nothing political. The question was somebody has snatched the mobile phone. This is what triggered the fighting. Nothing to do with the closure or anything. That's if you ask my understanding of the entire situation is.
Sharvendra, whose Twitter, Instagram and Facebook accounts have been deactivated, is also seen with his ABVP colleagues.
ये भी कहा जा रहा है कि ये शर्वेंद्र जो है वो एबीवीपी के ही हैं और इसके साथ
की जांच करवाइए अगर आपको लगता है.
This is a classic example of how untruths were amplified and social media was used as a weapon to spread falsehood and propaganda from either sides. What is unfortunate is that people in responsible positions joined the bandwagon to mislead and misguide and still got away with it. With video journalist Ajay, this is Mosmi Singh in Delhi for India Today.
All right, joining on the broadcast, Professor Chaman Lal, former president of the Jawaharlal Nehru Teachers Association. We also have Firoz Bakht Ahmed, Chancellor of Maulana Azad National Urdu University. I just want to start with you, Professor Lal. Is it a case of deliberate misrepresentation? Because we've just put out the facts on the RTI versus what the FIR, the JNU administration had claimed in the FIR. We put out another fact check on a video which was widely circulated as left-wing, students trying to beat up right-wing. The story was completely different. It was also endorsed by senior professors of the administration as far as the JNU is concerned. Is there a deliberate attempt to in fact give a narrative to this entire incident, sir?
Yes, I will confirm that it's a deliberate attempt. From the day Mr. M. Jagadish Kumar has taken over Vice Chancellor, he has come with one-point agenda to destroy JNU, and all his actions for the last 4.5 years or 4 years are totally in that direction. At every point of time, he had told lies. He is a deliberately speaking liar, man. He has no status in academics. He has a zero status in academics. He was sent to a university which is internationally renowned, and such a zero academic person has been sent, and he can only destroy. He has no respect for academic standards in the university. From the day one, actually when this Kanhaiya incident happened, at that time also I wrote to him, I returned my award, central government award for this. I wrote to him that Mr. Jagadish Kumar, your feet are too small to fit in the JNU. Please, you should leave this place and go back to your IIT where nobody respects you as an academician. Yes.
Okay.
So please.
Hold on to that thought, sir. In fact, Firoz Bakht Ahmed Saab, the fact remains that for a university administration, all students should be equal. While we are getting these information about, a deliberate attempt, they wrote something else in the FIR, which could have impacted the career of a lot of students. Those facts are completely being contradicted in the RTI reply by the same university administration. I mean, the question would be legitimate to ask, is the university administration only trying to frame or deliberately mislead the police in the investigation?
Listen, Tyagi ji, first of all, I should congratulate India Today television for bringing out the truth. And it is very unfortunate. You talked about a right wing, you talked about a left wing. I think in any university, whatever it is, JNU, AMU or Jamia or any other university or a college like St. Stephen's College, politics should not enter. It is, the way, these political bodies, student political bodies, the kind of mayhem they create, the kind of humbug they create in the name of politics. And I think the student bodies, in fact, I just spoke on another television program that I am planning to meet the HRD minister, Mr. Pokhriyal, and I would tell him that for some time at least, for a couple of years, maybe 1 or 2 years, these student platforms, student political platforms, they should be banned, because they are doing nothing good to the university. University is a place where students, just let me complete, Ankit, these students must pay attention to their studies, they should attend classes, they should take the examinations in time. I mean, I am not seeing anything positive coming out of these student political bodies.
But isn't that also, I mean, it's a democratic right of these students as well, right? I mean, few of the biggest leaders of in India's political history have come from student politics. The fact remains, sir, that the university has, at least this is how it looks like, has failed to not only come down and win the confidence of the students, be it whatever issue, and they might be from whatever color, the onus also remains on the university administration. Don't you think they have failed in JNU?
No, absolutely. Not only the VC of JNU has failed it, there are other universities also. You know, the university where I am the chancellor, there also, you know, there is allegation that the VC of that university has been funding these protests against the government, which are CA protests. I mean, you know, these vice chancellors are the people who actually run the university.
Yes.
They have got all the powers with them, statutory powers, funding powers. They should take the universities in the right direction. I am very sad to find out whatever the, you know, information this your channel has brought out, that it is the other way around. It's totally the opposite of what the police report actually said.
Yes, and that the FIR was registered by the JNU administration itself. Professor Lal, at this point of time, how does the students in JNU, the teachers in JNU, how do they move forward? I mean, there is absolutely no trust or confidence between the students and the vice chancellor. Every time we put out such stories, it only shows that there is more politics possibly being played in the administration than what they are alleging between the students in JNU.
Actually, I feel so sad and sorry about the affairs in JNU. My heart bleeds seeing all these things. You know, this man in 4 years has completely destroyed. Delhi police is complicit in it. Central government is complicit in it. Minister is still saying that there is no justification for the resignation or for the sacking of vice chancellor. How come? You see what has happened, what you know, RTI has brought to notice. This was all complicit because on 5th January, when the real violence took place, when a teacher's head was broken, when a student leader's head was broken, that time the university administration and police was complicit. At the gate of the university, lights were put off. Who put off? Police has put off. Because police is complicit in this whole thing, and now this whole drama is being shown. Now everything has been exposed by India Today, and I appreciate India Today for this thing. And only way out is this thing is to sack this man immediately.
Well,
but central government will not sack it because central government is complicit in it. They are, you know, defending him.
That is, and it's a very sad thing that this kind of an impression is coming out from one of the most premier institute of this country. I mean, while the investigation are on who was responsible for the violence, who were the masked goons, there has to be some sort of an investigation, at least by the Ministry of HRD, for these kind of deliberate attempts to mislead not only the police investigation, but the kind of role that the administration has played in this entire drama as far as the JNU is concerned. It has been torn apart as far as the violence between students, be it left-wing or right-wing, whatever it may be. It's an institution of eminence, and that is how it should remain. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me and sharing your views on the story.